So what's going on YouTube? It's Miles back with another video. We're at an interesting point in society right now. We're in a crossroads right now. Nothing makes sense anymore, if we're being totally honest. Modern life, society right now is draining your faculties at every level. It's draining your physical factories. It's draining your mental factories. It's draining your emotional factories. It's draining everything. You guys are struggling for mere existence on this planet, especially if you're in America. You're in the greatest nation of all time, but yet it doesn't feel like it at the moment, if we're being completely honest, for numerous of reasons. I was just sitting back, trying to think back and plan, thinking about modern life right now and thinking about the decisions I'm going to have to make in the future. We live in a culture of debt. What do you mean, Miles? Well, you know, colleges, education, higher education is overpriced, but they under-deliver in the value, which is why you guys, when you get out into the real world, it's hard for you to find a decent job. And plus, you know, the society is always innovating and changing. So, you know, like for instance, marketing degrees just went useless overnight with the new Google VO3. When they got AI making actual good videos, they can type it on the AI and it can make a whole cinematic 2-minute clip, marketing clip. They don't need to hire any actors. They don't need any creative person to conduct the lighting and, you know, the all the extra stuff that it normally takes. And so either college is under delivering or it's too late, because by the time you get out, the whole landscape of the work culture has changed because technology is speeding up so much. But let me get back to the point. We live in a culture full of debt. So, okay, you're going to go to college, overpriced. That's student loan debt. Okay, then you're going to need a car. That's more debt. You're going to finance the car, right? Cars are extremely expensive. Then, you know, people want you to get, especially women, because they want to nest. They expect you to have a house, which is what? Just more debt. You're not going to pay that debt off. And plus, all these debts have interest rates in it, which means what? The interest rate, you'll never pay it off, just paying off the minimum payments. You have to pay a little bit more to counter the debt. The more I think about it, interest rates are completely diabolical, evil. Whoever came up with them needs to be eradicated, because the whole point of interest is to keep you in debt, to keep you drowning. In society right now, this is why you guys can't save any money. You know, and plus the cost of living is going high, and these companies are outsourcing their jobs to cheaper labor overseas or to immigrants in the country. And so all of this is unsustainable, which is draining your monetary faculties. Socially, we live in a culture of hedonism, where everybody's so promiscuous. We have a whole culture of career women pushing off their baby making years so the population can't keep up, with the workforce can't keep up. You're socially unacceptable because you can't get a date, because women's expectations are just ridiculous. Some of it's due to the simps, the many simps that are willing to do whatever it takes to get these women to lay down with them, or it's society entitling them, which makes them hard to deal with because they can do all these sporadic different things and not get any consequences for it. Or they're just feminists, they're career women. They make more money than you, So why would they, if they make more money than you, why would they date you? Women only date across and above hierarchies. So if you're the average man right now, you're struggling dating wise in relationships, you can't even get a family. But if you did get a family, kids, the cost of living is going to eat you alive. And if you don't have a good job, that's going to eat you alive. And so, you're going to work yourself into a coma, trying to get out of off from underneath all these debts that are weighing you down and drowning you financially. And then, of course, your woman's going to want to go on vacations and go out to different things, always constantly spending money. So the whole modern life right now is completely draining on every level. You're emotionally drained because, your coworkers or the people that you're working with, your leadership, they don't care about you. They work you to the bone for little pay. They disrespect you on a consistent basis. The work culture is completely jacked up. This is one of the reasons why many places today, the customer service is really bad, because the company that they're working for doesn't pay them enough and disrespects them. So what incentive do they have to really be nice to the customer when their own business doesn't treat them right? Then, of course, it's just, standards have dropped as well. There's so many things going on right now. Nothing makes truly any sense. You look at the political landscape, and I honestly think nobody on either side truly cares about the average American citizen. They say that stuff. They have to say that stuff whenever they're politically campaigning, but it doesn't feel like it at all. And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not hard to feel. It's not hard to see. And so just the whole culture, everything right now doesn't make any sense. And it's hard to survive right now. But we're going to have to find a way. You're going to have to find a way to get out from underneath this. Every generation has their hard times, but in particular, today feels way harder for some reason, for all the reasons I just listed. I think all the past generations, they didn't have to deal with bad dating, bad job market. They didn't have to deal with all these different, the debt, the dollar, de-dollarization of the US dollar. All these different things are happening at once. I'm sure back in the day they had their hard times, but they didn't have all these multiple things happening at the same time. And it's hard to get out from under it, if we're being honest. But the intelligent people will prevail. There's no other way out of it but to outwork it and to outthink it. But how long will that last? How can we get back to the place to where the average American feels like the American dream is sustainable, achievable and sustainable? The American dream, you have a white picket fence, which means what? You have money for a house. You have a family, a woman, kids, car. All three of those, four of those things are in today's modern society. It's going to cost you at least $500,000. If you want a decent house, if you want a quality woman, if you want a quality car, you're looking at $250,000 to $500,000. It's sad, but this is real. Nothing makes sense anymore. The rate at what we're going right now is unsustainable. And something has to give. But that's my video. You guys comment below what you guys think about this topic. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.